What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. My apologies for the lack of audio in the prior video. This is surprising to me because A, he just got out of prison this summer. B, Freeway Ricky Ross was just talking about Rayful Edmond on Vlad TV, referring to him as the biggest snitch in modern history. But just saw this breaking news. Rayful Edmond, notorious drug kingpin who once ruled Washington, D.C. during the height of the 1980s crack cocaine epidemic, has died from a heart attack. Edmond, 60 years old, whose legacy is deeply intertwined with D.C.'s most violent years, passed away just months after his release from prison. During the 1980s, Edmond was a dominant force in the drug trade, working closely with the Medellin cartel through the Trujillo Blanco brothers. At the peak of his operation, it was reported that Edmond moved between 1,000 and 2,000 kilos of cocaine weekly. This staggering influx of drugs turned Washington, D.C. into what was grimly known as the murder capital of the United States, fueling an era marked by surging crime rates and community devastation. Edmond's reign came to an end in 1989 when he was arrested and sentenced to life in prison without parole. His operation's downfall exposed the grim realities of drug-fueled violence in the nation's capital and made Edmond a cautionary tale for the generations that followed. However, decades later, his cooperation, aka snitching, with federal authorities on drug investigations led to a reduction in his sentence, which eventually paved the way for his release earlier this year. Following his release this past July, Edmond's reappearance sparked mixed emotions across the D.C. community. While some questioned the former Kingpin's return and his remarks about being, quote, better than ever, others were hopeful that his story could serve as a lesson about redemption and change. Despite his infamous past, Edmond's impact on D.C. remains undeniable. The consequences of his empire still linger, as the crack epidemic of the 80s reshaped families, neighborhoods, and the city's future. His sudden death closes another chapter of one of the most notorious crime stories in American history. Once again, former D.C. drug kingpin Rayful Edmond has reportedly died of a heart attack at the age of 60. No matter what his past grievances were, I still believe that most life is precious and a family is in mourning. Although he has done much evil and many bad deeds in the past, you got to hope for the best for people. You know what I'm saying? You hope that this guy had redemption in his heart at the end. And, with that in mind, may he rest in peace. Although we cannot forget that his actions did have many negative consequences, including ruining many people's lives, families. So there's a balance there. Tell me what you guys think.